Hey guys, it's Nadine. I'm back to share with you guys a quick review tutorial on this We Are Memory Keeper envelope punch board. So I got this in my Stampin' Up haul that I did a video on, and I figure while I was using it I might as well show you all how it works and how easy it is. So this is why I'm using it today. I have been using this Spiral Decks version in my Filofax for a month, if not a little bit longer than that, and I had some ladies ask me on Facebook if I could either sell them some of these papers, but because this is not my content, I didn't create the Spiral Decks. It's actually a creation by Kent from Oz. I don't feel that it's right for me to go ahead and sell this. So I said, listen, I will share it with you all. If you guys want, I can either share it with you all via email, the actual JPEG file or PNG file if you want to make adjustments in PSC, or I can send you one of these papers and then you can just make copies as you see fit. So anyways, I was going to send some of these out, and I was going to go to the Container Store and actually buy this cute little plastic envelope, but I was like, why am I going to do that when I have this board that I can go ahead and use to make cuter envelopes? So I figure I would come home and make that, and you know, I figured it would be cuter, much cuter than what I would find elsewhere. So that's what I wanted to do. So what you're going to need is a envelope punch board. You can use the one made by We Are Memory Keepers, or this one by Stampin' Up, which is also made by We Are Memory Keepers. You're also going to need a paper trimmer, some snail adhesive, the size card or size paper that you need. You need to know the size of the paper or card that you're going to be sending, the dimensions for that, and then some double-sided designer series paper. I happen to have this one. This is an older 7 Gypsies that was given to me by my twinster, who actually sent me some stuff way back in the day to get me started back into crafting and whatnot. So I'm going to use this paper. So the very first thing is you need to figure out what size you are going to need for your envelope. So I already know that the size of this paper is the size of this paper is actually 5.5 by 8 1/4, and so therefore I want my envelope to be 6 by 8 1/2. So now I know that. I look on the board, and on the board it has measurements. You see that? And so technically it's going to be the last size of envelope that I can make on this board. So I need to get a paper that's 11.5 by 11.5, and so I have a 12 by 12 size paper here, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim it down, which is where your paper trimmer comes in handy. So I just open this up and go ahead and measure 11.5. Chop chop by 11.5. And there we go. Now, I'm bringing this thing back, and I'm going to go ahead and take out my scoring tool. So now, according to this board, right here, so this is what I'm using. I'm going to make an envelope that will be 6 by 8 1/2. I want to score at 4 7/8. So here's the deal with this, and this is where I think a lot of people mess up when you're first using it. You only have to score one time. So we're going to line it up to the 4 7/8 mark right here on the board, which is very simple to find. I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to slide my scoring tool in this little groove here and go all the way down as far as I can possibly go. Now, as you can see, my paper is actually much larger than the actual We Are Memory Keepers punch board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really quick fold, so that way I can see again, because I need that score line. I need to be able to see that score line for subsequent punches, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this paper 90 degrees. I'm going to line up this little notch right here with the score line that I just made. So here we are, lining it up, and that's where that fold really helps you to keep the score line there. And then punch. And score again. And then we're gonna flip it again 90 degrees, and I'm gonna line up my score line with the little tail right here. Punch, and then score again. Now you're gonna see that this side is gonna be a little short again. So all I do again is I just give it a little bit of a fold, so that way it keeps the continuity of the score line. And then I line that score line up again with my little tail on my board. Punch, score again. And there you have it. Now what I'm going to do is I want to round the edges on all of the corners, okay? And so since I have my board out, I'm just going to turn it over, and it comes with a reverse punch thing, which all you do is slip the corners in, punch. Very, very, very easy. There we go. Oops, I messed that one up a little bit. That's okay. Okay, now I'm going to put this back in here. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to start folding. So I know I have to look, okay, which side do I want to be the outside and which side do I want to be the inside? I like the blue. Well, do I like... Yeah, I like the blue on the outside. That's cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold on all of the score lines. As you can see, my envelope's already coming together. And now some people don't like this part right here. I happen to, you know, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I can keep it, I can do away with it, whatever. But if you don't like it, all you do is just use your envelope punch board to put it and see where you want to cut off that little piece. And then just use your bone folder and kind of fold it up to make a little score line. And then you can either choose to fold it over or cut it off. I'm going to, what do I want to do? I'm going to cut it off. So let's just go ahead and run it under my paper trimmer. And I'm just using the score line that I made to use that as a guide in my, and there I have it. Now, here's my envelope. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to put adhesive on the edges of each flap, or the two flaps right here. And there you have it. And then now I can, as you can see, whatever I'm going to send for my Filofax pages is going to fit nicely into this beautiful envelope that I made for myself, or made to send out. So it's so cute, so very easy, very decorative. I just love it, love it, love it. I highly recommend this punch board. If you can, you know, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, by all means, you can pick up this envelope punch board at Michael's. Let me show you the original one. So here's the one that I have that I bought right here. This is the original one that you can get in store, and then this is the one from Stampin' Up! And I am not going to be using this one, so I think I will be giving this away at some point in time. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. And I might be also buying another one to be giving away from the Stampin' Up! One. So that's how simple and easy it is to go ahead and use this punch board. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And ladies who are expecting some of my Spiral Decks pages, be on the lookout for them. They're on its way. Take care, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.